There is a very real chance that Republican congressperson Lauren Boebert doesn't know who her father is. A report came out over the weekend in the Daily Beast that talks about the fact that ever since Lauren was born, her mother had basically implied to her that a former professional wrestler, a man by the name of Stan Lane, was actually Lauren's biological father. To the point where Boebert's mother actually demanded child payments from Lane in order to support Boebert. Now, a couple decades ago, Lane actually did do a paternity test that proved he was not the father of Lauren, but then it was revealed that the phlebotomist who actually performed that test had, in a separate instance, accepted money from an NFL player to switch paternity tests in his particular case. So Lauren's mother then didn't believe that decades-old paternity test, said, aha, if that woman did it on this test, clearly she would do it for Stan Lane. So she once again maintained that Mr. Lane was in fact Lauren Boebert's father. Well, a couple weeks ago, Lane and Lauren Boebert both finally agreed to go ahead and give DNA samples so that they could figure out once and for all if Lane was in fact Lauren Boebert's father. And the results are in. And Stan Lane, the former professional wrestler, is not Lauren Boebert's father. And Lane went one step further and let Boebert keep all of the receipts, all of the information, custody of the sample itself, just so there's no further questions whatsoever and this man's name doesn't get dragged through the mud by Lauren Boebert's mother. I don't owe you anything because I am not the father of your child. But here's the thing. Aren't Republicans, Lauren Boebert's party, aren't they the ones who always tell us that, oh, these black children out there act up because there's no father figure? Yes, they do. They tell us that all the time. They talk about all these absentee fathers out there, and they say, they use it, basically to cover up their racism. That's why they do it. And yet here we have a Republican member of Congress who was born to a teen mother that was having an affair because, by the way, Lane doesn't deny the affair with Lauren Boebert's mother. They did get together. So Lauren Boebert's teenage mother had an affair with a professional wrestler, got pregnant at age 17. Then Boebert herself gets pregnant at 17 to a man who was banned from a bowling alley for allegedly exposing his penis to a pair of underage girls. Then Lauren's 17-year-old son gets another high schooler pregnant. So they're repeating this cycle. They're perpetuating that cycle. Lauren may not even know who the hell her real father is. She recently filed for divorce against her husband, who, according to 911 calls, was abusing their teenage son. This shouldn't be me describing the family of a member of Congress. This should be me describing a guest on Maury Povich. Yet here we are. All of those horrible things that Republicans tell us is happening out there to black children, that's what Lauren Boebert grew up with. Now, you can overcome these things, right? You don't have to perpetuate these horrible cycles. But Lauren Boebert did. And I think that's the important thing here. I'm not begrudging her for maybe not knowing who her father is. Maybe she does. I don't know. It's not in the reports. But there's a lot of things I want to say right now, and I'm really struggling to not say them. But she came from a very troubled family, it seems. But rather than try to make a better world for herself and her children, she perpetuated that cycle. She let it grow into this bizarre, horrible circumstance for her own children. That 911 call that was released, a week or so ago was horrific. This woman shouldn't be a member of Congress. And Adam Frisch, the Democrat who is running against her again in next year's election, She is handing you all of the information that you need to attack her. And yeah, I'm sure there's probably some people who might look at this info and say, wow, that's a bit of a low blow, right? Going after the family unit, going after all this stuff. I don't care. Lauren Boebert has gone after other people's families with her legislation, with her talking points. Don't be afraid to use it. Sometimes you got to get your hands a little bit dirty here. And that is exactly what Democrats need to do to get this horrendous individual out of Congress for good. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.